and let me know if this is inappropriate to ask, but
No,
like
you're good.
what percentage of your body is covered with tats, with art?
I think you're up.
So Juan Cruz
Juan Cruz
recently got off of probation
was on our
as
most recent Gogh-Getter,
yes,
on probation.
right?
for
number
years.
4.
It took him 4 years to get off of probation. Now he's officially the Gogh-Getter.
Yes, I am.
Juan, and you have pretty much single-handedly do everything for the Gogh-Getters. We appreciate you for that. The way that we don't have to do as much.
You know, I've kind of taken this title as being a go-getter, you know, very much in the sense that I just wanted to be, I saw opportunities that needed a little bit of extra work, and I immediately took on those challenges
Certainly, yeah.
and just, you know, ran with it, and, you know, just a little bit of organization is all.
Yeah, right. That's pretty much it.
Because you've taken a lot
Yeah,
of
you've
heat
taken a
off
lot of
of
heat
us.
off
Yeah,
us.
no, I mean,
We appreciate you.
Especially he handles the payments
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
and the coordination.
It
Of,
handles
Yeah,
most of the
and it
sins.
hangs the shows.
I was doing it and I hated it, man.
Yeah, yeah. You find the artists.
Work to do.
No, I thoroughly enjoy every bit and piece of everything that, you know, we do as the Go-Getters, and then just anything that I can get my hands on, it's been a great experience.
Right.
So,
Now, you last episode, you had mentioned that you were taking art classes at then BAC,
yes.
Belleville Area College, before it turned into SWIC. So you have some art training as well.
I mean, I've been drawing ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I was, you know, ever since I was pretty much able to pick up a pencil, I was drawing, sketching, doing figurative, you know, drawings, drawing Garfield, Snoopy.
Love it.
Yeah.
I mean, those were all anything out of comic books.
Right.
That's where, you know, I kind of leaned into, and like, everybody was drawing like superhero stuff. So, like, I mean, I immediately was very captivated with all of that.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, drawing has always been something that I've done, lacking currently, but I've definitely done.
You've done it, a lot of it
I've
before.
seen them. They're very nice.
Yeah. I've dabbled
And
in.
he uses a red pencil a lot. For
Yeah,
it.
I do.
Really?
Yeah, red pencil. I also use a blue architecture design pencil.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
A,
use
a non-photo blue.
yeah, photo
yeah.
blue. I use that because that's cool. Because I mean, you could do some fun imaging things with that.
Yeah.
But I just decided to kind of take a different course with my style of drawing, and I use a white pencil a lot also.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Two, the blue and the red are like what's used in like 3D images
Mhm.
Yeah.
that you wear the glasses with, you know.
I don't combine them as much. It's like if I'm starting with a red pencil, it'll be pretty much the whole entire
okay.
piece will be in red,
Yeah.
and then the same with the blue. But I mean, I haven't dabbled with that.
What do you do with the white? You draw on like a darker background?
on like almost like a newspaper print or just a brown grocery bag.
Yeah.
Using the pencil on
Right.
that paper.
That's a great material.
Dave, pull your mic closer to your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Closer.
You gotta get it real close. Get warm and cuddly with it.
So tell us about the draw club and the stuff you
Yeah,
see
we
with
just gonna
pens.
ask that.
Like where
Was Concrete Ocean and places like that.
stuff like that. So I mean, outside of drawing in university, I graduated from SIU. I did a bunch of drawing. I too won $100 for a piece of sculpture.
All right.
I had a gallery piece that was hung on the wall. So
Nice.
I got to keep my artwork though, but you
Yeah.
know, I did get
So,
$100.
were you an
for
art
it.
student? at
Oh yeah,
SIU?
absolutely. Yeah, I did graphic design.
What years was this?
Oh, jeez, I don't remember. was in the early 2000s.
Okay.
So I did that.
Was that in the new building then, on campus?
Yep, in the new building. So I did a lot of, Jaws was my figurative drawing instructor. I had mentioned this on the last show, and then Dennis would always creep in and check out everybody's work. So it was nice to have him coming in.
He's awesome.
No, he was just a great person to see. I always enjoyed when he would walk in and kind of critique everybody's art. So that was fun.
He still does that with people.
Yeah, no, that was super cool.
David Yates.
I've witnessed one of those.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then as far as Draw Club is concerned, I started participating that in the early 2000s when it was in the Art Loft building downtown on Washington. So
And that was a weekly thing, right?
yeah, it was. We would draw. I think once.
How did that work?
It was great. It was an acquaintance of mine. He was the host. It was in his his studio. I mean, he had a nice sized studio.
Was it live drawing?
Live drawing, yeah.
Figure?
Yeah, we had live drawing, so it was like once a week we'd have a live model, music, people were getting drunk, and the art world. So it was a very cool time to be an artist in that area because that's what the building was.
Yeah.
It was very dark in that period too. That's when all the nightclubs were there. So it had a different form to the way it was.
It kind of sounds like the old European,
like you're in Paris and you're
hanging out in a club and drawing.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely because that was when we didn't really have all the street lights up on Washington.
Right.
It wasn't very residential at that point in time. So
it sounds like.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Inspiring just to be in there.
Yeah, so it was definitely a cool time to be doing that. But I participated in that, and then they split up, and then there was an opportunity for Concrete Ocean. There's an artist by the name of Brian Peace, and he had his own rendition of Draw Club, and then he did that twice a week in that studio space, and then ran art shows out of that space for quite some time. And so I had the opportunity to draw regularly for years, and then from a gallery standpoint, I started accruing a lot of artwork. So I've been very fortunate to have a nice small collection of work from a lot of local artists, as well as people that have come in from other markets that they were pursuing. So I have quite an assortment of really cool stuff.
Have you exhibited your own art at anywhere other than the SIU show? But
no, I have not.
Is it a goal, or is it just you don't care? You just want to draw?
The stuff that I've done, like from a figurative standpoint, has been more. I find it to be more therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
It's just always something that I've enjoyed doing. It's just a release. I like my work. Would I show any of it for an exhibit purpose? Probably not. We were talking about trying to find, what motivates you. I was talking to Kerry about painting. I've dabbled with painting. I've done a lot of photography, but I want to get back to painting and just, I've been really just studying a lot of classical pieces, looking at stuff at our great St. Louis Art Museum that we have, and going to a lot of shows, trying to find inspiration that will move me to want to do something on my own. And I'm getting close. I have ideas in my head. It's just a matter.
That's cool.
I do that too. When I'm feeling dry, I go to Slam.
Right.
Walk around and just.
I feel like of the four of us, you seem to go to more shows than any of us. I think you're at a lot of openings, a lot of exhibits.
Disposable. I don't have any kids, so my girlfriend has 4 kids, so we have to make time for her events. But that's just I'm very fortunate. I also live in St. Louis, so I live in Southampton neighborhood, so I have the ability to just kind of the art museum is 11 minutes away from my house, so I'm very fortunate that I'm disposable to that, so I can just pop in anywhere and check out a show. So I'm trying to pay a lot more attention to it because as Gogh-Getters, I want to shake more hands.
He's out scouting.
He is scouting, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I mean
that's part of it.
No, that's
Right.
very true. But I mean, like, I feel there's definitely an opportunity. There's a lot of artists, and I think we have a great opportunity to bring more of that. Here into Edwardsville.
Right.
Instead of just leaving it in the city, there's just a lot of stuff that I would like to see over here.
Yeah.
So,
But was it the Draw Club, is that what it was called?
yeah, it was called Drum Club.
Who else was involved in that?
Tim Hughes.
Well, Tim Hughes, right?
Yeah, Tim Hughes was my best friend. He was, him and I would attend it regularly. Phil Jarvis, I mean,
Yeah.
he was a staple at, during Draw Club. So I posed for fully clothed. But I posed, just throwing it out there. I don't want to get you too excited. Like where you had your nude photo image of your first experience. I had clothes on. But
You're so modest.
yeah. So I ended up purchasing a piece that Phil drew of me, and it's a fascinating piece. It's just I'm very fortunate that I had the funds and opportunity to do it, and his willingness to sell it to me. But so I did Draw Club for quite a long time. As far as like drawing now, every once in a while they'll have a draw session that I'll attend, and then there's also the Artist Guild over in Clanton that they do once or twice a month. So that I will go to those. But as far as anything, on the regular, my focus has been primarily what we do,
Right.
and that's kind of where that's been at.
Yeah.
You should, you want to tell us what you do for a living?
Yeah, so it's not, I don't really consider it to be too exciting. I'm a local area manager. I'm in telecommunications. I deal with small business and medium business, and I pretty much help them run their day-to-day activities supporting my brand that I work for. So,
You travel a little bit.
yeah, I do a lot.
I mean,
my office is my car. I work remote, so every day is different. I help people manage their business. That's deal with a lot of sales strategy.
It's different than what I thought.
Yeah, customer service. I am literally everything, but I help people, with their business.
Well, that's exactly what you brought to the Gogh-Getters. I mean, you're like, what does
It makes sense, right? It's like, okay.
I think I speak for the rest of us, and we're like really very grateful that you have joined us.
Right.
Because you've taken a lot of heat off of us.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll be an actual company.
Yeah.
So I guess I am the project manager.
Yeah. We do need to be legit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So, like, of your...
But you're a car guy too.
Yeah, no,
You're a Porsche guy, come on.
Yeah, that's not art. But no,
It's an appreciation for design, though,
Who
but
here
like,
has never owned a Porsche?
just you.
Oh, you're the only.
I'm the only one.
Try harder.
To get you in.
I was trying to think about I've been thinking about this for a couple days ever since you sent the questions over. Like, where did what kind of inspired you to want to do art?
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate. I spent growing up. I spent a bunch of time in New York City, and so there was probably in my very young years there was a Richard Serra piece called Tilted Arc, and it was in front of the Federal Building, and I remember being a little kid and not knowing what it was, but I know it was just this huge iron wall. It was hot to touch. The whole area, people did not like it. It smelled like urine. I still remember that experience, but I was so captivated by what that was, how it felt, and I feel like that's probably the very first moment that art really just stuck. It's something that I really wanted to pursue into some way, shape, or form.
I think Richard Serra would be really pleased to hear comments like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's what an artist wants to do.
To inspire us to do our thing.
To communicate a thought or some vague concept or to touch other people.
Then as far as I grew up with my uncle, he was, motorcycle mechanic. He was a car mechanic. He had a old Firebird. I think it was a '68 Firebird.
Oh, wow.
That he took us illegal drag racing as a little kid.
What, on Hall Street maybe?
No, we were in New York. This was
Oh,
all
in New York,
Yeah, this was
okay.
all in New York City, and I remember it was me and my two brothers, and we're in his car and we're on a drag strip, and we are lighting him up, flying down the street. It was such.
You were in the car while he was
Oh yeah,
racing?
yeah, 100%.
Oh,
We were
God.
there, and
I
I
love
remember.
how irresponsible that is.
That's my uncle. It was cool because like he was so good at what he did. Like he didn't have a clutch, so he was.
How old were you?
I was 7 to 13.
Wow.
I think it was. I don't remember the exact age, but I just remember that we had trips to New York. And the last time I was there as a kid, I was 13.
Wow.
So and I remember that because like shortly, and that moment was just like ingrained in my head because I immediately remember as we were, where we were finishing with the race, that cop cars started coming out.
Yeah.
There was fire trucks because they were hosing down the track so you couldn't drag race anymore.
Right.
Yeah,
And shortly after we were leaving, or getting ready to leave, that's when that was taking place. I remember us just flying down some side streets. So yeah.
God,
So
this is
motorcycles
kind of a
and
movie or
cars.
something.
Yeah, motorcycles and cars were pretty much. It got even more interesting because we pulled down a street and there was a SWAT truck in front of us. I'm in the front seat of the car. We're waiting for this box truck. It opens up. These guys come out with machine guns,
God.
full gear. I'm like, I'm losing my shit because I like.
Yourself.
Well, yeah, because we're running from the cops,
Right.
Because we thought we were gonna get in trouble to then find a whole SWAT team in front of us.
That's hilarious.
And they were running to a house to do something or another. And I just remember that we had to back up and get out of there, and that was about the extent of that. But that was one of my. So yeah. Always loved cars. I used to draw cars all the time. And I'm just very fortunate that I've been in a position where I can buy, one of my dream cars.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I got a '79 Porsche 911. So
Yeah.
that's-
Nice.
Yeah.
I've had
it's
that.
an icon, man.
Yeah, I've had that I bought that in 2020.
Targa, right?
Yeah, it's a Targa. So it's got a removable
Yeah.
top on it. But
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah. So yeah, that's,
It's gold.
It is golden.
it's
So did you grow up in Collinsville?
yeah, pretty much. So I was born in Puerto Rico on the island.
Yeah.
We were there for a year and then immediately moved over here to the States. My dad was in need of work,
Right.
and I forgot what he did.
Did he
When came
move
here-
without work, without the idea, or
So my grandmother's sister was married to a naval
Oh, okay.
soldier boy,
Mhm.
and so he helped my
Sailor
dad
boy.
get a job.
nice?
Yeah, so I remember I think our first place was in Dupo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like
Oh,
70,
yeah.
$80 a month.
Right.
Yeah, there's a little hole in the wall.
It's right next to the subject.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But we moved. I mean, I just remember, I was growing up in Conzo for pretty much my entire life.
Right.
And then Conzo, Maryville, so I would be Maryville, Glen Carbon,
Yeah.
Edwardsville. Spent a lot of time. I mean, I know this area so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were a K-Hawk. You went to SIU Edwardsville.
Yeah. Army veteran. I did that for.
You were in the Army.
Yeah, I was a dietitian for the government, for the military.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Where were you stationed?
Nowhere fun.
Nowhere fun?
Yeah, no, I was all stateside. I was a reservist, so it's it was during it helped pay for university.
Yeah.
I signed up for any little field trip that we could take. I became a driver's instructor, so I was teaching people how to drive 5 tons trucks, a 6-wheel drive. Teach them how to drive Hummers. So I was like, I would run convoys all the time. So it was just like anything that I could get my hands on that I could drive.
Yeah.
Right. And get out and get
Yeah,
do.
I'm like, all for it. So yeah, that was good stuff.
When did you get your first tattoo?
Yeah, when I was in first tattoo was in South Carolina when I was at Fort Jackson for basic. No, I guess my first tech school. Yeah. So.
Can we-
Which tattoo
Is
It's since
Is it-
covered.
It's covered up.
Yeah, that happens.
It was one of the flip charts, so it was just it was flash art. I remember it was.
Did it say mom on it?
No, definitely not. It was a yin yang symbol with fire and water.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was cool.
It was a
at
good
the time.
starter tattoo.
Still cool. I'm not disparaging anybody who has that tattoo, but that was on one of my shoulder blades, which it's covered up by, when I replaced those two when I got my entire back done. So that was, So.
Do you think what? And let me know if this is inappropriate to ask, but
No,
like
you're good.
what percentage of your body is covered with tats, with art?
I am
Like 30%, 50%?
No, more than that. I would probably say 70%.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I have. Probably about close to 70%.
Wow.
Is there a point like I don't have a tattoo? Do you guys have tattoos?
I would like to have one. I haven't found a symbol that means enough to me to ink it on my body.
I just go to the flip book, Dave. I think that's the way to just get into it.
I mean,
But,
you get Kerry's lips.
Like after so many trips to the chair,
They're David Kerry.
I'm gonna do it.
right?
I'm gonna do it.
Does the pain ever go away from getting tattoos? Does it feel different? Or you get to a point where you're like you're yearning for a needle?
I mean, it's probably when I look at art. So I chose myself as kind of like, I like the 1950s.
Yeah.
I like the velvet paintings. So like my entire back piece is it's a bullfight, a Spanish bullfight.
Nice.
And it's that velvet painting there. Because my artist.
That'd
shout
be-
out to
I'm
Manny
a-
Pepper.
It's a little
Who's your-
cultural and Hispanic.
Yeah, this was more about not really anything about that.
Oh,
I mean, it was
okay.
more
Who's your
about
artist?
Amanda Pepper. She's done a bunch of work for me, but it was more about I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I wanted that bullfight, that Spanish bullfight scene.
That's
so
awesome.
Her and I we collaborated and we worked on the ideas to put it together.
I want to photograph that. That'd be kick ass.
It's a cool piece. It's
Do you have a
definitely.
favorite? Sounds like the bullfighter.
No, bullfight piece is cool. I mean, I've been very fortunate that I've been able to work with an artist that, allows me to build, the story. I would a lot of the stuff like on my forearm piece, it's like a 50s pinup, and then she's spilling gasoline and there's pump. But I mean, like we got Esso, which is a brand from Canada,
Right.
So like just certain things that we picked out to really make it stand out from other things. I mean, there's a lot of really cool touches that
What's the artist's name again?
Amanda. Pepper. Yeah.
And is she the only artist that you've worked with?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, she's done all of my stuff up to current.
She local or she over
Yeah,
in
she's local in St. Louis.
St. Louis? What shop is she in?
I don't know where she's at now.
She's on herself, by herself though?
Yeah. I mean, she would just do her own work. I mean, she's taken some time off, so I haven't been in touch with her lately about anything
Right.
else. So I haven't been motivated to do anything.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, we'll come across that at some point in time. I'm starting to get the itch.
I find it fascinating. I
have a
like
lot.
Dave. I wish I could get a or I don't wish I could. Like I wonder what tattoo I would get, and I always think like a simple little water tower somewhere would be what all I get. But
I saw
start
a
somewhere.
tattoo,
Yeah, right.
A graphic designer did a little square, just an open square, and it was a Pantone swatch, and the number was the color of their skin.
That's cool.
I loved it. That would.
That's funny.
That's something I would do.
Right.
But I don't want to do that because somebody already.
Sorry, did it? Yes, it's
Or something-
not original.
Something that is like a dedication to an important person in my life, or
which is going to look like that, and it can be the earth.
Yeah, just say, yeah, it's a little dot. What's that mean?
Right.
That's the earth.
Do you have any museums that you think of when you think of museums?
The first one that jumps out to me is the Ford Museum in Detroit.
Oh, yeah, Dearborn.
Yeah,
Wow.
that place
Henry
is,
Ford
yeah,
Museum.
that one was really impressive. I've also been very fortunate that I went over to Germany last year, and I went to the Mercedes
Yeah.
Museum, and just the design aspect of everything that they just did is just.
You were at the Porsche
there-
Museum too, weren't you?
So I was
Yeah,
at the
Stuttgart.
Porsche. I did a private tour
God,
of the Porsche
I love
Museum, but the Mercedes Museum was just.
It just blew that away.
Yeah.
Even more so, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Just everything.
That's awesome.
I
Well,
mean,
the Porsche Museum building is an incredible piece of architecture.
yeah,
For
and
one thing.
and then but the Mercedes, they took it to a whole other level.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
it was. Yeah, I mean,
Wow,
they have
really?
they have a racetrack. They have their own testing track just
Yeah.
directly right outside of it, and you wouldn't know any different because it flows and it looks like it's part of the highway. And then so
Right.
you're looking out the window and you're seeing all these cars, and I'm just trying to figure out if they're part of the test track or if they're
Right.
like, I don't know. I'm like, what is going on here? But yeah, but the Ford Museum, just because of it, just touches so many different periods of time, and from a design aspect, it was just great just to see fashion, automobile, graphic design,
Yeah.
history. It's just all incorporated in that building. So it was a great, well-rounded place to go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. The other one, I guess, would be got to visit MoMA in New York.
Yeah, nice. Love that. Place is
That was
grown.
yeah, that was super cool. That would be probably a couple places. When I was in Europe last year. I don't remember the names, but I mean, when I was in Vienna, went to a couple museums. Just got to see some really great historical stuff. So a lot of classical paintings.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Has anyone been to the Guggenheim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not.
That's-
no.
New York Guggenheim, right? The Frank Lloyd Wright
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
The other one's in Spain, I think.
Yeah.
Bilbao, I think.
That's in Bilbao, I think so, as is the Frank Gehry. That's the
I
Frank
saw
Gehry
one
Guggenheim.
exhibit there, an American artist, David Smith, I think he's a sculptor.
Hmm.
Actually, there's a piece featured at St. Louis Art Museum right now, as it is. Did a lot of kind of abstract, like roosters and all welded steel stuff.
Nice.
But man, that was just being in that building, knowing the history of it,
Right.
the architect.
The other place that I was a huge I still am a huge Salvador Dali
Oh,
fan.
in
When I was-
Tampa?
Yeah, I went
Yeah,
to
I've been in
St.
the
Pete.
museum.
St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg.
It's in
Yeah, I
St.
went to
Peter's, the
that.
Dali Museum in St.
Yeah,
Pete.
so-
Well,
but I
it's-
remember growing when I was a kid.
It's in St. Petersburg. I was there 3 months ago.
It's across the bay.
I'm going to correct you and let you know exactly where it is because I was literally there.
I was
Is
like,
it
I've been
St.
there.
Pete Beach maybe, which is a separate community? No.
St. Pete's Beach, I believe, is really just on the other side of
Okay.
Yeah.
St.
It's
Petersburg.
like that guy
Yeah.
in
There's what?
Midnight in Paris. If I'm not mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken. No,
do believe.
I do.
But that was another museum.
That's a phenomenal museum.
Because I mean, he was a childhood favorite of mine, so I would
Yeah.
repeat his drawings
Yeah.
and his paintings and do all that. And
I left there with a newfound appreciation for his stuff. There's you probably remember, it's a crucifix, painting of the crucifix. And it's what?
Oh, the
14
big-
feet
yeah.
high, and it's
Right.
like in a stairwell.
yeah,
Massive, and like photograph. Mind blowing. Actually, I have.
isn't that like all like in cubes?
Yeah.
That's
I have
a good piece.
a Bible that was a gift, a wedding gift for my first marriage. It's got a red leather cover, it's big, and it's illustrated by Salvador Dali. somebody gave us, and the illustrations are just
Right.
mind.
That'd be awesome.
I'll bring it.
I have a
I
Dolly
was wondering where
cookbook.
he's going to go with the Bible thing. But
All right.
that cool.
Yeah.
You do drawings.
Yes.
What's going to take to get you to show, and where are you going to show? If you were to pick any of the local galleries, not the Gogh-Getters, because we're easy. We'll hang anybody. We hang
I mean,
except
I
for
don't-
Kerry Smith.
I am determined to get back into painting.
Yeah.
So that's
You're
something.
gonna
that-
wait,
So yeah.
or should we pick a date and say, okay, you're going to show X.
That might be one.
The
way to get it.
16th anniversary show of the Go-Getters
Yeah.
is Juan
I'm
Cruz.
not making.
I tried to do this with Jim Harper.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it probably not gonna work. I mean, I'm all for deadlines because I mean, I think that there's some. I mean, that's that's just some of my best
Well, how about like
stuff.
September? Could you get it together?
I probably, to be honest, I probably could.
Would
I'm
you
not afraid of the
consider
challenge.
Would you consider showing some of your drawings and some of your paintings?
Probably not. I mean, the drawings are more. I mean, the drawings are more for me.
Okay.
I definitely don't mind showing them to people, but I don't know if I don't think it's anything that I would ever really consider selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would show some. I've shown the stuff in the past, so it's not like it's anything I'm saying no to. It's just not something that jumps out at me. But
If
painting
you
stuff-
were to do it, would you be more apt to do a group show of people or solo?
well, like
or
if I
does
was
it
going to show. I mean, you guys are still stuck on me showing drawings. Yeah, I mean, I would say it would be okay for something like that. I would show a couple pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.